Do not recruit quarterbacks until you watch this video. So we're continuing our series where we break down every single position group. Quarterback is next on the menu, and this might be the most important because the quarterback you want is probably the scrambling quarterback, but in this video you see they probably not the best overall. If y'all boys enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If y'all want this information, the spreadsheet, tap into the membership/ebook down below. Tap in. All right, man. So this is our Baylor rebuild where we only recruited quarterbacks for the whole roster. Now the rest of the roster don't matter here because we're just here to focus on the actual quarterback position. And you see here we literally have 30 quarterbacks on roster. Literally, we have 30 quarterbacks on roster, man. It is what it is, but we're a very good team here. And we're going to break down position by position and go over who you should recruit, why you should recruit certain things. If you're looking for this scheme, get this player, and we'll talk through a bunch of that. With that being said, let's hop into it, man. And we're also I want to cover abilities a little bit. I feel like with the other parts of this series, I haven't talked much about abilities. So here we won't neglect it. We'll also cover the abilities portion, but you'll notice, man, let's go to all the quarterbacks in the nation, and you'll just notice a couple things, man. Out of all the quarterbacks, most of them, all the good quarterbacks, most of them will be field generals or improvisers. You'll notice that, man. You got a scrambler here, up here at an 86 true overall in that top right corner. That's your best quarterback in all of college football. Best scrambling quarterback, 86 overall. Not that impressive, man, honestly. Most of these quarterbacks that's getting high in overall, they are the field generals. That just is what it is. They're the field generals and the improvisers, I should say. And the quarterbacks, the scramblers that do get high in overall, they the ones with low speed, 84 speed. You look at the next highest, he got 83 speed. Where is the guys with, 93 speed? Finally, there we go, 93 speed. Actually, a quarterback that is extremely fast. He is up to he's a good quarterback, but the throw power is not there, man. That's one thing about the scrambling quarterbacks. They lack something. They always going to lack something, it seems like. But where the scrambling quarterbacks lack in attributes or getting high in overall, they make up and just being fun to use, man. They're probably the most fun quarterback to use in the whole game here. So first, let's look at the scrambling quarterback and let's just see how expensive it is for these guys to upgrade. And I feel like they just upgrade the slowest. Like when you go through all-season training, you have a field general improviser, elite development 5-star like this. He will shoot up to like an 85 overall, 80 plus year one. This guy did not. Obviously, you see the overall with the boost. Let's look at it without the boost here, man. So without the boost, he is a 79 overall. He came in like a 78, 77 overall. So he's up 2 overalls. Skill caps, amazing. Best thing in the world, man. 2 skill caps on this quarterback. Power, for him to upgrade his throw power, is 10. It costs 10 coins. Where my face cam is, when that bar fills up, they get an overall point. They get overall skill point. Top right corner, he has 0. Once he gets enough, they'll spin him. Just if y'all guys don't know. But it costs 10 for him to upgrade his throw power. Elusiveness, 6. And that'd be the issue, man. A lot of times these guys will these scramblers, scrambling quarterbacks will upgrade their elusiveness, their quickness, instead of their throwing accuracy, throwing power. So sometimes they lack the throwing ability. Sometimes. Accuracy costs 9. For him to get better at throwing the ball, it costs 9. Is he a bad thrower of the ball right now? Not at all. 86 medium, 87 on the short, deep throw accuracy 81, but it's just so expensive for him to upgrade, man. So expensive. IQ 3, health 9, and the speed 12. So everything's expensive except for the IQ. Everything costs a lot. Elusiveness is going to be the cheapest other than the IQ. So a lot of the times they'll end up upgrading the stuff that don't really help them be a better quarterback. And that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Let's look at this field general, who is a redshirt freshman. This other guy that we just looked at is also a redshirt freshman. And you see the overall difference, man. Obviously, offseason training a little bit random how they progress. But this guy jumped up a lot. Star development, 5-star. Other guy was a 5-star elite guy. Skill caps, a lot worse. But you see accuracy immediately is cheaper. A lot cheaper. The other guy, it costs 9. This guy, it costs 5. This guy, accuracies are already higher. So what that tells me, it's more expensive the more you upgrade it. So when it was at that lower point when he was earlier in his career, it might only cost 3 to upgrade this accuracy. But as he got better, as the accuracy went up, it started to cost more. This is a field general, by the way. Throw power cost 13. He got 96 throw power. We don't need that to go up no more, man. IQ 5, also on the cheaper side. Health 11. Don't really matter that much. Injuries not that big of an impact on this game. Elusiveness is super cheap, man. It costs 2 for the elusiveness. Break tackle and agility, is those the most important things for a quarterback? Not at all, but helpful, and it's cheap. And then speed is also not that crazy. 8, well, for the scrambling quarterback to upgrade his accuracy was 9. So you're more likely to have a field general quarterback who is already accurate and could get more accurate easily. You're more likely for them to develop the speed than for a scrambling quarterback to develop the accuracy, if that makes sense, man. And you see here, I mean, a field general with 82 speed, for me, that's great. I mean, Nazir right here, true overall, 85, top right corner, man. Then you look at the speed, 82. Like I said, that's enough. 96 on the throw power, and the accuracy is amazing. 95 short, medium 91, deep 88. I mean, like I said, that's amazing in my book, man. That's going to be, one of your best quarterbacks, and he's a red shirt freshman. But even this scrambling quarterback, Greg here, he do have some pretty good stats across the board. Just the deep throw accuracy is pretty bad. Now let's cover the last quarterback, the improviser, and this might be my favorite of the bunch, man. Might be my favorite. It depends. Either the field general or the improviser is going to be my go-to. Reminder, this guy's a senior, so he's going to be a little bit more experience. He's only a 4-star impact compared to the other guys 5 stars, and his skill caps are a lot worse than the other 2 guys, but this guy is borderline maxed out. For his elusiveness to go up, it costs 5, but for this guy, it's different. The elusiveness now includes break tackle, agility, change of direction, juke move, and spin move. For the field general, it only was those first 2, break tackle and agility. Now, I wonder, for the scrambling quarterback, what does that include for the elusiveness? Is it all of that stuff? And it is. Is all of that stuff included with the elusiveness? But for the field general, it's just them 2. So a field general can't get better at juking and, ball carrying, some stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. The improvisers and the and the scramblers will be a lot better at actually running the ball, making moves, making defenders miss. The field generals, they could just get fast, but they can't really become great runners of the football because the elusiveness stats look different. If y'all didn't know that, now y'all know. For him to upgrade his accuracy, only costs 5. Still super cheap compared to the scrambling quarterback, man. 5 is nothing, and his accuracies are not great, honestly. 80 medium throw accuracy. The deep and the short is in a good spot, but the medium throw accuracy is not in a great spot, man. Throw power costs 11. Throw power is always going to be more expensive. 11. IQ is always going to be cheaper. 5. And then health is 12. Don't really matter that much. And then quickness is maxed out, but here it costs 11. But it's maxed out at an 84 speed, man. So in my opinion, I would much rather go with an improviser or a field general quarterback at this point in the year. All throughout the year, I was all over the athlete scrambling quarterbacks. And like I said, for gameplay wise, if you want to have fun, I think they're the best quarterback to have fun with because you get them the super elite speed, the elite throw power, and you could get a guy like this, like Josh, who does have some solid accuracies. He is a solid quarterback. But overall wise, he's a 79 overall, and his overall is probably not going to get that high. It's tough for these scrambling quarterbacks to get drafted. It's tough, man. You'll have it occasionally happen, but you more likely to have improvisers and field generals to get higher in overall. And I also noticed this. Y'all let me know. When it comes to simming, and I'll do some simulation because I'll either, do key moments where I'm only playing the moments. For me, improvisers and field general quarterbacks play a lot better in simulation, whether I'm just simming a year or just playing the key moments and the computer are playing, half of the game, I'm playing the other half. Field generals and improvisers seem to do a lot better. I think this is also very playbook dependent, so it depends what playbook you're using. Like, for example, if I want to throw for a lot of yards, I know I'm putting on Clemson playbook, also USC playbook. If y'all want a whole breakdown that, tap into the membership. But so as ebook, we got a whole breakdown of playbooks and stuff like that. But if I want to throw for a lot of yardage, I know I might want to use one of those 2 playbooks, because those playbooks will lead to me throwing for a lot of yards. Now, if I use another playbook where they scramble a lot, I might actually want to use a field general, or a scrambling quarterback, because they'll actually get rushing numbers, rushing yards. But all the time, just rushing yards is not, for quarterbacks, is not the most reliable thing in simulation when it comes to wins. In my opinion, I feel like I win a lot more games just with field generals and improviser quarterbacks in simulation. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, if I'm bugging, if y'all win a lot of games with y'all scrambling quarterbacks in simulation. Y'all let me know down in the comments. Like I said, when I'm actually playing games, I usually do lean towards the scrambling quarterbacks, but not recently. Not, recently, when I discovered that they just don't develop as well as these other guys. And we scroll down here, we got an improviser quarterback that is similar overall as that first scrambler we showed. So let's go over this guy. He's only a 77 overall, Matthew Cook. And you see 5-star, all of that, but you see the accuracy only costs 3 to upgrade. That is so cheap, man. The medium accuracy just starts off lower, it seems like, with these quarterbacks, with these improviser quarterbacks, which I don't love, because in my opinion, the medium throw accuracy might be the most important. Medium and deep throw accuracy definitely the most important in my book. But you see how cheap it is, man. These improvisers come in with solid speed. Now the abilities, now the mobile dead-eye. It depends what type offense you run. If you love to throw on the run, this might be one of the best abilities in the game for you, man. But also, you still get the extender, which is a good ability for breaking sacks. I do like that ability. The only issue is sometimes you'll break the sack and go right into another sack. Improve accuracy, the off-platform, improve accuracy on cross-body or back foot throws. If you throw on crossbody or back foot, you already in the wrong. So I don't love that ability. I don't try to use that ability. I'm sure it's a nice boost to have, but I don't look for that. And then the pull down, boost ball carrying, I feel like fumbles don't happen all that much when I get sacked. So that pull down ability is not that big of a deal. And then boost play action slash trick plays, sleight of hand, another ability you could get for the improvisers. I don't know how much that works. It sounds very good. I had quarterbacks with 99 play action. I don't ever tell the difference, man. Play action, it just seems like my quarterback just gets sacked a lot. So I try not to run it that much on Heisman difficulty. But I also, as I said, I want to talk about these abilities. Now let's look at the field general abilities, and we'll talk about the mental abilities. I think this is one of the better, physical abilities you could have. Sleight of hand, we just talked about that, has to do with the play action and trick plays. Not too big on that. The step up in the pocket. I like the idea of it. I think more times than not, we drop back in the pocket rather than step up. But the moments where I do step up in the pocket and deliver a ball, it feels good. It feels good because that's how you're supposed to play the game. That's how you play the game, or that's how quarterbacks play the game in real life. So it feel good when I do that, but it's rare. Resistant to pressure in the pocket, pretty good ability because especially if you get a lot of pressure, this allows you to continue to throw good balls under pressure, even throw out the sack animations. The dot, increased accuracy in pocket for open receivers. Good ability, man. Deep throw accuracy is needed for this ability. The pull down ability, kind of talked about that. Not that big of a deal in my opinion. And lastly, let's talk about the scrambling ability for the scrambling quarterback. Magician might be the best ability for quarterbacks, man. That's where you could just run around the pocket. Improved pocket movement is what the ability says, but it just really allows you to run around the pocket. Free will, kind of. You fast as hell. Next, mobile resistant, improved pressure resistant on the run. So you could throw on the run under pressure and still deliver a pretty accurate ball. Option king, boost the quick pitches. Who runs the option at this point? Probably not many people. The option was glitched out for a while where if you pitch the ball, it just goes flying and it ends up being a fumble. So a lot of people probably don't even run the option. Probably a more pointless ability at this point. Extender, we already covered that. What it had to do breaking sacks. Good ability, good to have. A lot of quarterbacks have that, improvisers and scrambling quarterbacks have that ability. Then the off-platform, talked about that earlier. Crossbody throws, back foot, like I said, if you're throwing that consistently, you're probably doing something wrong, but still could be a fun ability to have. Overall, I probably lean towards the improviser abilities the most out of all of them. With all this being said, when it comes to recruiting, you could recruit scrambling quarterbacks the easiest, man. Free. I would consider scrambling quarterbacks free to recruit, man. Like, it's so many of them in the every single recruiting class, I don't know why. It's so many of them that will never go to a school. 3 stars, 4 stars are easy to get, man, because it's just so many of these athletes, scrambling quarterbacks in every single class, and then just scrambling quarterbacks in total. So when you do get a field general or improviser, go after them first. Go after them early in the recruiting cycle because they don't last long. You could get a scrambling 3-star all the way in the transfer portal, so keep that in mind, man. And they could be good. Like them 3-star scrambling quarterbacks, athletes, they'll have some good stats, man. Will they develop? Probably not, honestly. But you could get them, and they will come in with a solid overall day one. You could get a 1-star coming in as a 70 overall. 95 throw power. I literally got one in my series, man. 95 throw power, 1-star athlete scrambling quarterbacks. They are gems. They are very good. You find some of them with good speed, good accuracy, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. They are good players. But like I said, I kind of lean towards the improvisers and field generals. It might be worth bringing in, you know, a field general or improviser, and then also an athlete scrambler, and then you decide if you want to keep them at quarterback or move them to defense, whatever. It's probably worth bringing in one every single class.